It's flow time, but very, very slow flow. I'll give you all the modifications so that if you cannot touch your knees or the ankles of the floor, I'll show you how to work around that, because this is the mistake number one that everyone does. Look, I can't do yoga, I'm too stiff. Okay, but well, you're doing it wrong. This is how you do it. Bend the knees. And then you straighten a little bit. I didn't get a Nobel Prize, but I should, because this is goddamn genius. No one does it right, I don't know how to do it right. Stand up. Find good posture. This is not good posture. Touch your upper thighs. If they are hard, it means you're shoving your hips forward. If you stick your butt back until you feel jiggly, 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 soft front of the hips, that's the place where your butt should be. Let's not call it the butt. Let's call it old school British. Behind. It's the behind because it's supposed to be behind you. It's not supposed to be in front of you. Yeah? The good posture means stick your butt out and posture up. Yeah? And it happens automatically. Like if I push my hips forward and I try to posture up, no one walks around like this. It's impossible. We have to do this. And when we add on the foam, it's a disaster. Yeah? Get your butt back there and stand like a duck. This is the starting point, and eventually you'll figure out how to make this feel natural. You did it wrong your whole life, so don't expect to fix it in 2 seconds. You'll come back to this again and again. I'll remind you, stick your butt out and circle your arms up. And then bend your knees, touch the ankles or the floor. And then climb your hands to your knees, stretch the legs. Make the crinkles on the front of your t-shirt or whatever disappear, and make them go to the backside. Like, you don't want to be standing here. You want to be doing this. Yeah? And then bend your knees, hands down, stepping back to a plank, pushing back into a dog, butt up, walk it out, get your shoulders and neck in there. And then forward to a plank, knees down, inhale, exhale down. On your fingertips, lift as low as you can, just lift a little bit, and use your back to lift your legs. Use your whole back body to lift everything up. And then hands down, knees down, push back to plank, back to dog. And another thing everybody does wrong here, they just step to the hands. And then we're missing out on a super nice progressive exercise. We're walking forward, and when you can't walk anymore, fingertips. And when you can't walk anymore, bend your knees. And then when your feet are forward, climb your hands up to your shins or knees. Half lift, long back, round front body. Then bend your knees and place your belly on your thighs. Place your belly on your thighs and drop your head. And then inhale all the way up, arms up. If you're getting dizzy, come back to knees, hands to knees position, and then try again. I always get dizzy when I get up fast. And then hands down. We start over because now we forgot everything that we were supposed to be doing. We have to untrain ourselves because now we're like this again. Butt behind you, behind you. Chest and shoulders in a natural place. Head on top of the spine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Straighten halfway up. Strong, long spine. Strong, straight legs. Bend your knees. Grab the floor. Walking back to a plank. Coming down on your knees, coming down on your forearms. Forearm plank. I stress this again. This is not hard. Staying here for 10 hours is hard. That's the world record. We can do 10 seconds. And stick your butt out here too. You don't need to crunch the hips forward. You can keep your butt lifted here too. You're not gonna die if you do that. Lower down. Lift your chest, inhale. And exhale, push back to knees and hands. Back to plank, back to dog, walk it out. Look under the left armpit, look under the right armpit. And then walk slowly. The slower you walk, the more time in the stretch you get. Small steps on your fingertips. When you can't walk further, bend your knees. And then hands to shins or knees. Inhale. Bend your knees, belly to thighs. Fold. Coming up slowly so that you don't get dizzy. And starting over. Get your behind you. Posture up without effort. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive down, slowly slide, slip and slide all the way down. Straight legs, straight back, straight arms. And then bend your knees, stepping back to a plank. Coming down into your forearms with your knees in the ground. And then knees together, bend your knees, left arm up, side plank. Doing side crunches here, lifting the hips, dropping the hips. Lifting the hips, dropping the hips. We didn't warm up our wrists and shoulders, otherwise we could do it with straight legs really high here, but I prefer to do many reps of soft instead of a few hard reps and then, tweak our wrist and then we can't do it for 5 days and it's just not worth it. Switching sides, bent knees. And again, we're not doing this to create maximum strength in a couple of isolated muscles. This is strength on it's another type of strength where you're integrated. If you're here, you don't feel strong. You have the same muscle power, but you feel a lot stronger when you have good posture. Yeah. Coming down to the belly. Either lift your chest, or if you feel like hooking your thumbs behind you, that's also an option. If you're really tired, you can come up onto your elbows and take 5 breaths in a back bend. We're usually overdoing everything. We're overachievers and we move too fast, we move too much. We don't move too much, but we move too fast and we push ourselves too quickly. We're impatient. So that's why this seems a bit boring when you're new, because I knew that boring is good. Boring is good. That's the space you have to experience and breathe. Pushing back to tabletop, back to dog, and walking the feet slowly forward. And when you can't walk anymore, come up on your fingertips. And when it stops again, bend your knees. Catch the shins or thighs. Inhale. And exhale, belly to knees. Maybe push your knees in if you feel like it, or open up. Coming up halfway. Coming up all the way. Final round. Stick your butt out behind you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Stepping back through a plank. Trying side plank just really quickly. Whoop, I did it. Didn't die. Other side, nice. Coming down onto your knees. Laying your belly on your thighs. Hands can rest on top of your head. And then breathe into your belly. And that trick of breathing into your belly, the bigger your belly, the better actually for this specific purpose. When you inhale into your belly, the lower back expands and stretches. So really try to get pressure between your belly and your thighs. And breathe into your belly. We don't cherish a big belly in our society, but it has its upsides. There is some benefits. And putting pressure on the belly and using the breath, you can get a really nice lower back stretch just by breathing. And then come up, take a moment, take a few breaths, relaxing, with nice posture. You're only as young as your spine is flexible, so if you do 10 minutes of this every day for your spine, I promise, miracles, 100%. Yeah, but sorry, but you have to do it yourself. I'm not gonna do it for you. Yeah, so that's the bad news. See you in the next one.